Hello.
How are you doing?
Nice to meet you. My name's Paula.
Hello, Paula. Are you well?
Well, very well, thank you. This is my lovely assistant, David.
Hi, David. You well?
I've brought him along to do the pictures, if that's okay, to just snap a few pictures.
Yeah.
We're a community radio station in Teesside, so we're just a little small radio station, but we've got a big geek following, so I'm along with David to talk to people and stuff, if that's okay.
Of course, yeah.
So, Harry Potter's one of the biggest franchises in the world. What's it like being a part of that?
It's like Willy Wonka finding the golden ticket, really.
Yeah.
It's quite surreal. Because the parents, we were involved every couple of years. We missed some films, and so kind of forgot it was part of my life in a way, and then all of a sudden you go, right, you're on, and it's like, whoa, it's like going to Disneyland or something. I mean, it was an immense privilege just to be part of it, and of course nobody had any idea it would be as big as it was. I certainly didn't.
Yeah.
And I just had a very, very lucky interview one day, which has meant that I'm sitting here today. So yeah, we're very lucky.
Had you heard of Harry Potter before you went for the audition, or was it something just totally off the radar?
I lived in London, so travelling on the tube, you'd see everybody reading the book, and it was it got a lot of publicity. There was a sense that it was a phenomenon about grown-ups and children drawn to it and reading it. So I was aware of it. But again, I don't think anybody could have foreseen
how big it would get.
Yes, and the fact there's spin-offs with Fantastic Beasts and Play in the West End now.
Have you been to the Harry Potter experience place?
Yeah, I went 2 weeks ago actually. It was half term. So I took my daughter, and I thought it was fantastic. I loved it. Really, it's beautifully done. The way they've curated it is it's as good as any museum I've ever been to.
We went over the summer, and I had a cry.
Did you?
Because I was so overwhelmed.
What particular point?
During the opening, the video montage.
Oh,
I was so overwhelmed by it.
I had those doors.
Yeah.
And you go through, it's like, whoa, it's so exciting.
I had a bit of a cry, and he didn't point it out that I was crying, so I was very grateful.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I thought it was a great day out. Really good. Yeah.
What was your favourite sort of scene to film over the years?
I suppose it would be the mirror Verisade in the first film, because that was my introduction to Harry Potter, and also my introduction to Daniel as a 12-year-old who was the most courteous, interested and polite young actor to be around, and you immediately warmed to him and thought, I'd be proud to have him as my son. And also it's such a you can imagine a young child who's lost his parents, that moment for him to at least see what he would most wish to see. It's a very touching scene, and that really was the introduction. Although we did film a lot of when Voldemort killed James and Lily, which didn't end up in the film.
Right, so that was put out.
A little flick of it did, Lily, but most of it didn't.
Right. There's so much to get into the film.
Yes. But every time I was involved, and also right at the end, in the last film, in the forest, hanging around with David Thewlis and Gary Oldman.
That must have been fun hanging around with them.
It was just an immense privilege, really.
Did you get your own wand design?
I didn't personally, but they put one in my hand, which was a James Potter
we
wand.
talked to the wand guy at the Potter Experience, and he was telling us about people having different wands, and Daniel Radcliffe apparently broke a lot of his by drumming on things with them.
That doesn't surprise me. He's a big muso.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I wish you well with the radio
you.
station.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, David.
Thank you.